Okay, so I have put up this tile across the back here, and I've put a few guide pieces down on the floor. My next step in this process is going to be actually doing the plumbing, because we were able to put the tub in here, make sure that it fit between our walls. It just fit by a hair, which is what I was expecting. Now my next step is going to be lining up the plumbing holes, which we did do, and I'm going to have to put the water lines that come in, they come up behind the tub, kind of like this. And so I need to put holes in here. This drain line is too big. This is the drain line to the tub right here. And so what I'm going to do is run a pipe down below the floor, and then we want to put in a trap, because if you don't put in a trap, you're going to get the smells from your septic. It's just gross. So I'm going to put a trap in underneath the floor in the crawl space. So this is going to go down so that it rests below the tub, and all you will end up seeing below the tub are these nice little pretty shiny pieces, and then the rest of this is going to go down below the floor, go into a trap, and then a reducer to put it back into the 2-inch. So I've got a lot of work to do on the plumbing. I'm going to be using kind of a standard heavy-duty sink trap underneath here, because I don't want, I want to be able to just take this apart and clean it out underneath the house and not have to worry about, you know, dealing with the big, heavier PVC. Hopefully that works. So you're aware, I am new to all of this. So I noticed when we were putting the tub in here that this isn't centered. And I'm wondering if that is because there is a stud somewhere right in my way. But I also don't need as big of a pipe, because again, I'm reducing the size of the pipe that's going down in there. So, wanted to run a quick measurement. I believe 30 1/4 is my center. Let me just check that, flip this around. Yes, so just slightly over 30 1/4. So this is the center right here. And I may not be able to completely go off the center, because if there is a stud there, that's going to be, again, I'm not really sure if there is a stud there. What I might do is go down below the floor and just double check that. Set those approximately 8 1/4 from the exterior wall. They are about 3 1/2 inches apart. So if I went 3 1/2 would be 1 1/4 from each direction there. So that would put this one Three and a half would be 1 1/4 each on each side. 1 1/4. 1. No, it would be 1 3/4. That's my problem. To be 8 inches wall. Okay, so what we have here is these 2 pipes are going to be coming up right here and right here. Probably going to use this hole that this drain has been put into. Not sure if I am going to be able to move that over or not, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay, so the frustrating thing about projects like these is that I always find that I don't have what I need. So I don't have the right kind of drill bit to do this project. So I am going to kind of, all I need is a hole. So I'm gonna start off with something small and then kind of work my way up. I'm sure some of you are thinking I don't know what I'm doing. It's a combination of that and the fact that I just don't have the right drill bit that I would want to use for this part of the project. And it appears that there's not a stud there. So we have 2 nicely done holes. Okay, now I'm gonna have to make these holes bigger. So my thought was maybe what I'll do is go up size. Keep trying to work my way up until I get a hole and the PEX pipe will fit. I do have the right one for the tile. Spent some money on that one. Okay. Sweet. All right. See that? That's what I'm talking about. This stuff up. I've got to figure out how to align my tiles with their holes on those holes. And that's going to probably be a little more complicated than what I just did. Okay, so it would appear that these back tiles here are going to have to be cut down to size to fit. So I can't really do much more with those right now. The thing that I would like to do right now is go ahead and get this one done so that I can go ahead and lay my next row of tile across. And that way, when I come back and cut what needs to be cut all at once without any delays. So I want to make sure that any plumbing that I have to do, anything like that, I'm getting done now, so that I don't have any delays when that happens. So I'm gonna go underneath the house. I may totally regret this, but what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this underneath the house, pull this out, and that way I can align a new tile with where this is gonna go. So one thing I am gonna do just before I go under there, I don't like having things exposed to my floor. I'm gonna go ahead, I know that I've got plenty of this in length. So I'm just going to cut this maybe like in half or something, like right in there. And that'll stick down there. Don't stick your finger in one of those and squeeze it, that could hurt. And ratcheting. When you're working with plumbing tile, I guess you have a lot of different moving parts here. I'm going to go ahead and put these on. These are little braces that I would like to put down into the concrete just below the tile to help hold these in place. I'm not sure if that's going to be necessary. One of the things I wanted to check is if I put these on, slide them down to, well, it might be better to do that without pushing my pipe through the floor. Okay, so we'll just do this and match this up to the thickness of a tile, because then I have the other screw on top. So these aren't going to work. I might have to put these on underneath the house. To keep these from falling through, I'm going to go ahead and crimp them in place. So the way you crimp it with these PEX pipes is you have these fittings that fit in there, take this, and you have a big crimping tool. You can fit that in there. Get it into place and squeeze.
line up.
That's not a problem.
That's not a problem.
Okay. I'm going to cut the hole that goes into this tile. And then I need to go get a tile saw because I can't do the holes for this one until I cut a tile to length. But at least that way I'll have as much done as possible before I go and rent the equipment.
Is it by the hour?
No, but it's by the half day or full day. Okay, so this is going to be one of the trickier parts here. We had set the bathtub in on some of these tiles, and the bathtub scratches the tiles, so I'm going to use a scratched tile to do this. So the exact location of this hole should be centered between those and about 6 inches in. I'm going to use a dry erase pen because the pencils aren't going to show up. So this is my 6-inch mark. And then my center should be just over 30 1/4. Based on that, if I drill this hole right here, that should line up at the center of the tub. Now, for this, I am using a diamond bit, and I think I'm going to go ahead and do it right here on the ground. And I'm going to do it on the shiny side. Be completely wrong on this, but I've never done this before, so luckily tile's not that expensive. Oh, this is weird. It's working though. It's a very nice, kind of clean round hole cut there. I like it. Okay, so this is the tile that I am going to cut for my 2 water lines coming in. I have the holes marked right here. I really need to try and line those up the best I can. I am using a Lennox diamond bit. So let's hope this works. That's what I thought. It's going to be hard to get this diamond bit to go in exactly where I want it to. This one doesn't have a guide on it. So I'm going to try something different to get this started. Now, I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm going to try it because I don't know what else I can do without doing something drastically different here. I am going to try use just your typical wood bit. A little bit of water in there. And continue on. Down a little further. The water seem to help with the other holes. So. Okay, I have to admit, I am surprised. There's going to be some covers that go over these. So I did get some chipping right here. A little bit of chipping on that side, but I'm going to have metal covers going over these, so that should be fine. The next thing I need to do is cut the width. So I'm going to take it over to the tile saw and try that. Now I've got my holes for my plumbing. I'm going to go in and see if this will fit where it's supposed to go. And hopefully I have cut everything correctly, because this is the trickiest part of doing this tile project, is this plumbing aspect. So if I can get this nailed down, I can move on with the project and get it done fairly quickly. That one is right on. But this one here is off. So the next question is, do I cut another tile, or do I widen the hole in the floor? I don't like doing either one. These should be 3.5 inches on center. This is the more accurate hole, the one that's in the tile, so that means that what I am going to change is my hole in the floor.